Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Cupid Parasite. Yes, last episode we completed Alan's route, but we're not done yet. There is still one more route in the game. After completing all the 5 guys, there is a secret character route, a six boy. Now, who could it be? Obviously it's not the previous 5 guys we dated. It's not gonna be Ryuki, Shelby, Gil, Raoul, or Alan. We probably should cross off any family members being the dating option in the route. So no Mars, no Venus, no Minerva, even though they're not blood related. They're honorary family. Can't be anyone that's like already taken. So like Owen's technically already promised to Melanie, so I don't think it'll be Owen. And unfortunately Clarice is everyone's girl, every man's girl. Plus she's Alan's mommy. And games are kind of weird about letting you date the hot mom. So there's really not that many other like portraited characters that we could pick from. So yeah, I guess there's only one portraited character we could think of. And that's right, it's Bomber Chorizo. Let's go. No, I don't think it's Bomber Chorizo. All right, let's use our save name and let's see the secret route. It says it just pops up. Play the Jupiter route. Yes or no. Let's say yes. And it says otherwise after this choice is there's no more choices, just enjoy the story. The beginning of everything. This is the story of what would have happened if the HQH incident had never taken place. It's also the story of how its sensitive parasite gained a little bit of bravery. Or now that I think about it. Maybe more than just a little bit. Gee! Are we gonna date Chi? Oh no. We're dating our pet. It's like dating Kororo. Alright, Celestia, a meeting of the deconsentees. Where's Juno? She seems to have disappeared. I don't know who's talking. She's one of the deconsentees. She's not allowed to just disappear. Minerva, Venus, didn't the 3 of you get into an argument recently? You didn't banish her, did you? I believe I recall that. You forced Paris, Prince of Troy, to judge which of the 3 of you was the most beautiful. Oh, during the Trojan War, right? I was annoyed, certainly, but that was 3,000 years ago. I don't hold grudges that long. You hold on to other things, though, very long. And I have no reason to want to kill Juno. After all, I won the judgment, didn't I? It's like, I'm the most beautiful. Screw off, other women. I guess I'll use the voice modulator.
The divine artifact hasn't returned, so she must still be alive somewhere.
Also, the stone created to seal away a certain something has disappeared. Wait, you don't mean to say that Juno? That's a mortal sin. Even a god cannot be forgiven for such an offense. But we can't make her answer for her crimes unless we can actually find her. Which brings us back to the original question. Where could she be? Without Juno, we have no way to protect the institution of marriage. We must find Juno, or the stone will activate. We must find Juno! Oh, is this another person? We must find Juno! Okay, thought I pressed A. Alright, what happened to Juno? That was a short chapter. Alright. Paranormal activity. What was Alan doing with it when he was like in demon form, just flipping books? Pretty much everyone is familiar with Cupid. Cupid is the god in charge of helping people fall in love. She's supposed to watch over the world of man from Celestia, the home of the gods far above. But she's now living among them in the human realm. You could say that she's studying abroad in order to learn more about mankind. Woo! Made it just in time! Gee! Oh, Chi has a color. He's yellow. I ran into the classroom just as the bell rang, and my friends welcomed me with a round of applause. Yay, you did it, and everyone clapped. College friend 1. Hey, Lynette! Looks like you just broke your own record for fastest time between school gates and class. Are you okay? I was pretty worried since you were running with full speed. Thanks. The truth is, I'm just really confident in my sprinting skills. Oh, that's great, but it's not worth much here. This is romantic psychology, not gym class. Sorry. The professor looked less than impressed as I sat down next to Gil, who always made sure to save me a seat. He quickly passed me a drink. You're thirsty, right? Here, take this. Thanks a bunch, Gil. He always had a drink ready for me, and I was always happy to accept. I took a sip. Gil Lovecraft, the first friend I ever made in the world of man. He was a junior and 2 years older than my human form. My first day of college, I was standing at the front gate, totally flustered. Saw me and kindly showed me to class. How did she know like her actual human age? Like as a guesstimate. It's like, oh, I'm gonna decide to be 20 or something. Decide to be 18. She's like almost 400 years old. I told him I was an exchange student, and he was nice enough to teach me all kinds of things about the world. Thanks to him, I can get on the subway, buy stuff at the grocery store, all that daily life stuff. You seem to have rushed, but did you lock the door? Of course I did, never fear. Oh great, then it's fine. Your door was open when I visited you last, so I was concerned. Oh. He wasn't wrong. I bumped into Gil on my way to the store, and he helped me find all the necessities I was looking for. From there, he even went with me to pick out a bunch of other home goods that I needed. Dish soap, food ingredients, and seasoning, even cleaning supplies. When we got back to my place, I saw that I'd totally left my door unlocked. From then on, Gil had been worried sick about me. Maybe that's why he'd been so eager to keep helping me out since that day. Really, thanks for everything you've done for me. I'm really happy with the way things have been going so far. Oh, okay. But tell me if you need a hand again. You know I'm looking for a roommate now, so... Well... Okay, is this like some weird alternate universe, or like Lynette's not living with Gil? Oh yeah? I hope you find someone nice. Yeah, thanks. But love cannot blossom if they're not living together. So when someone you love acts differently from what you expect, you mentally compensate to explain it. This is cognitive dissonance. Gil and I stopped whispering to each other and focused my attention on Professor O'Connor's lecture. Romantic psychology is so interesting. I never would have guessed they'd come up with a whole theory to explain love at first sight. Meanwhile, I just have to shoot my arrows at someone and BAM! There's your love at first sight. But humans have all these theories about how you fall in love with someone you've never met because of genes or shared culture. Just thinking about that kind of thing is so much fun. What would my professor think if he knew that Cupid herself was in his class studying romantic psychology? Ha, teehee. When I left Celestia and decided to come down here in order to go to college, I was worried about how things would go, but I made some good friends and was living a peaceful, ordinary human life. Nobody had any suspicion that I was actually a god. Gee? As I listened to my professor, I thought back on the day that my mom and dad saw me off to the human realm. Okay, so this is like an alternate universe, like, she didn't just storm off. Mars, the god of war, and Venus, the god of love, both of them far up above in Celestia. I wonder what they're doing right now. Before coming down to the world of man. I'm so tired. I was walking through Celestia by myself, which was pretty common for me. Dad had just spent the last 2 hours scolding me for slacking off, even though I totally wasn't. He told me to stop complaining and get back to connecting people together, but I just didn't feel like it anymore. But I didn't feel like going back to my room either, so I just started wandering around aimlessly. At times like this, Celestia can be kind of annoying. There really isn't much else to do besides walk around. Eventually, I saw my aunt come towards me. She's one of the 3D consentees that I see on a regular basis. Lady Minerva, goddess of war and the arts. I call her my aunt, but just like with Dad, we're not actually related by blood. Hey there, Cupid. What's with the long face? A beautiful girl like you shouldn't walk around looking so sad. She's wearing that weird hat again. What's it called again? A cowboy's hat or something? Aunt Minerva had a different hat every time I saw her, and loved teaching me the different hat names. Wait, let me guess. Mars chewed you out again. I'm right, aren't I? Yeah. He's mad at me because humans aren't getting married as much anymore. Oh, but isn't marriage Juno's domain? Yeah, I thought I was taking care of the matchmaking side of things pretty well, but it's all Juno's fault. I thought of Dad's lecture again and couldn't stop myself from frowning even harder. Having a military father must be pretty tough, huh? Did he start crowing about how hard he had it during the Trojan War? I could only nod silently. She was right, naturally. Dad just loved bringing up those old war stories of his. I'm one of the younger gods, but Dad has been around for thousands of years now. In other words, he's kind of an old fogey, but since he has so much knowledge and experience, he can basically talk forever. Aunt Minerva could see how sick and tired of everything I was and let out a friendly giggle. Listen, why don't you come back to my room? We can sit and chat for a bit. Don't do it, it's a trap. I don't mind, Lady Minerva? For some reason, she gets really annoyed if I don't refer to her as Lady Minerva. She doesn't want to seem old. But why would she invite me to her room all of a sudden? I've never stepped foot in there before. Actually, I don't believe I've ever been in any of the other gods' rooms. I always just go back and forth from my room to the spring without ever really interacting with other gods. Been doing that for 400 years. You'd think you'd get curious about something else. Even us gods need to have a heart-to-heart once in a while. It can be a nice change of pace. Besides, you've been working too hard, Cupid. If all you ever do is work, you can't help others in the way of love. Don't you agree? She's got a point. All I do all day is shoot my arrows or sit in my room. I don't really know what love is. I don't even know how to have fun. It seems pretty strange trying to connect people together when I don't know anything about anything besides my bow and arrow. There's something I'd like to show you. A precious secret of mine that I think might cheer you up. Dad told me not to spend too much time with Aunt Minerva, but Dad also said I need to take my job seriously. And if Aunt Minerva thinks I need something more to do my job. And anyway, it's Dad's fault I'm so worn out. Why should I just do whatever he says? I looked around to make sure nobody else was watching and then gave my aunt a tiny nod. You're being sneaky. Gonna watch some romance movies with Aunt Minerva. Can I open my eyes now? Not just yet. Now? Okay, open your eyes. Oh, it's her room. Welcome to Lady Minerva's secret room. Whoa. Standing there, inside of Aunt Minerva's room, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was overflowing with objects from the human realm. She had a hat collection lined up, but the most interesting things were these machines that I've never seen in person before. This is incredible! So many strange devices I've only glimpsed through the spring. How do you even use these things? Well, surprised. Yes, Lady Minerva, very! Where'd you get all these things? I went down to the human realm and smuggled them back, of course. Oh, but don't tell anyone. Jupiter gets so touchy when it comes to getting involved with humans. But don't you need his permission to go down to the human realm in the first place? This is just between you and me, okay? I actually created a special gate just for me that lets me go down whenever I want. That's kind of impressive that she was able to just copy the advent tree. What? I didn't even know something like that was possible. I'm the goddess of the arts, remember? Nothing is impossible for me. But keep it a secret. He'll tear me apart if he finds out. Oh, okay. I understand. This room really is secret. There's no way for anyone else to find it. In fact, you're my very first guest. But why did you decide to show me this? It's all a plot. Because I thought it might cheer you up. Actually, more than that. I thought you might be able to relate to my passion. I'm sure you know that a lot of the other gods think I'm kind of weird. Nobody understands why I like the things I do. Yeah, you do have some weird kinks. I know what she means. Dad has told me more than once how strange she is, and to stay away from her. But human culture is just so interesting. We live for all eternity, never changing. But humans are changing all the time. And if humans can constantly evolve, don't you think we should be able to do the same thing? I guess I see your point. It used to be that nobody ever talked about low birth rates or getting married later in life. Used to just get married young and pop out babies. Heck with the infant mortality rate. I mean, it was a lot higher back then. Also, women would die a lot more frequently, but humans used to have to struggle just to survive, so they all did basically the same things to preserve their precious lives. In which case, maybe the rules of matchmaking aren't the same as they used to be. Maybe compatibility alone isn't enough. Anyway, Cupid, let's watch a DVD. A DVD? Yes, a DVD. It's a fairly simple human invention that lets you watch movies at home. DVD movies? Can't say I've ever really heard of those words spoken in Celestia before. Here, check it out. It's a brand new movie that's supposed to portray a most wonderful kind of love between fellow humans. It might give you some hints on things you can do as Cupid. What do you think? I'm gonna watch a cheesy romance. Never mind, let's just give it a watch. You probably don't even know what a movie is, huh? It's okay, there's nothing to be scared of. Come on, just sit right here. It's time for Lady Minerva's afternoon theater. So sneaky. She's like acting so buddy-buddy, but she has like really bad intentions. And that's how my relationship with Aunt Minerva started. A few short days later, I found myself completely addicted to these new movie things. Raoul Aconite is so amazing. That bungee jump he did was really cool. Oh, he's watching some action movies too. Movies are so interesting. They show us all kinds of different worlds and viewpoints. All the other gods should watch them too. At the so hairy desert, Los York University, Parmigian Temple. Movies give a glimpse into the parts of human life that I can never see from my spring. I want to watch some more movies. Aunt Minerva said I could visit whenever I want, but after Dad yelled at me, I felt like I should take my job a little more seriously. So I grabbed my bow and went to the spring. To her little sink. I like how the spring is just a sink. What? They already broke up? But they just got engaged. The couple that I connected just a month ago was already going through their own personal hell. As soon as the arrow's effect wore off, the woman started noticing the man's annoying habits, till she finally broke things off. But when I hit them with my arrow, they started dating. They were total lovebirds. I thought they got along really well. They'd moved in together almost immediately, and even started checking out wedding halls. But now they're in a world of pain. And all because he forgot to unroll his socks before he put them in the laundry basket. Oh, that death penalty there. I do get kind of annoyed when the socks are rolled up in the laundry. It's like, they're not going to get clean if they're rolled up. How can a rolled up sock be more powerful than Cupid's bow of love? Human brains are so weird. What's wrong, Cupid? Ah, Dad! Well, a couple I matched last month had a fight over a rolled-up sock, and now they've broken off their engagement. A shock? What? Nani? Yeah, I don't know why it's such a big deal, but she's so mad, it must be pretty awful or something. I know, those little things can pile up, and like, it seems like such a big deal, but it's like the many things that just add up. It's like, you're not helping me do the chores. Like, what should I do? Humans seem to be getting more and more complicated every year. Matchmaking feels like it's impossible now. I feel like humans already have so much to worry in their day-to-day lives. They wouldn't break up over something so trivial. Either they live or they die, right? And most of them desperately want to pass on a better world to the next generation. But I feel like maybe we were wrong about that. And even if we are wrong, I have no idea what we can do about it. If only Juno were here. She could have made sure they got married and lived happily ever after. Is she super busy or something? Well, yes, I guess. Too busy that he can't see us. Wait. I see. So now that's part of my job too, then. But the human mind is just too complicated for me to understand. I've been pairing up so many people every single day, but they're not getting married. If only I knew more about them. It seems like what Lord Jupiter mentioned is true. Huh? I've made up my mind after what you said, Cupid. I have something important to talk about. Come with me. Are they gonna tell her to, like, do a work study? Study the human mind! I had no idea where he was taking me until... okay, it's Jupiter. He is yellow.
Ah, Cupid, welcome.
Gasp. I never would have guessed my dad was taking me to see Lord Jupiter himself. The leader of the Deconsentes, the greatest god within Celestia. The almighty god of all gods, who lower gods like me aren't even allowed to speak to. He was now standing before me. Cupid, don't just stand there. Kneel down. Yes, of course. Lord Jupiter, please forgive my rudeness. I quickly kneeled down and bowed my head.
Raise your head, Cupid. The truth is, I want to ask you for a favor.
Favor? As I nervously raised my head back up, I saw my dad nod towards me. Yes, Cupid. Go study in the world of human beings. Alright, so instead of her storming off, it's now Mars' idea. And I guess Jupiter. Reminds me of like my big fat Greek wedding, where she's just like, yes, the man is the head of the house, but the woman is the neck. And she can turn the head every which way she wants. You gotta like make it think that it's their idea, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, you go do that. But if you like obstinately try to make it seem like it's your idea, then they start pulling resistance. Study? What? You want me to go down to the human realm? A god descending down to the world of man, otherwise known as Advent. Recently, the human being's marriage rate has declined significantly. I thought you were slacking off, but Lord Jupiter had something different in his mind. Perhaps us gods are too ignorant about human lives, and that causes a decline of the marriage rate. So just, enter a college and go learn human lives. It's his idea now, so it's okay. College? I've never seen that mentioned in some of Aunt Minerva's movies. Or I've seen that mentioned, rather. I heard that college is the place where human beings can change their values and interact with diverse humans in their short lives. Thus learn many types of love. That is what we demand in your studying. The period of studying is from entry to graduation. It's not that long, but since you're very curious, you'll be able to learn enough.
So, Cupid, will you do as I've asked?
Yes, of course. To be honest, nothing would have made me happier. Just watching their movies had stirred my heart. So that's how it was suddenly decided that I would go down and study in the world of man. Since then, Celestia had been busy preparing for my descent to the world below. Putting together human clothing and money to take with me. Creating a family register and securing a place to live. Applying to college. They're doing very, very human-like things. Can't just snap their fingers and be like, you exist in this world now. And researching the best way to acquire knowledge about the human realm. I never imagined one of the deconsentities would ever have any reason to talk to me. I mean, other than your parents and your aunt. Lord Jupiter asked Lord Mercury and Lady Ceres to tell me more about the human realm. But it turned out that none of the other 12 Olympians even knew I was going down to the world below. I guess they're all too busy guiding humans in their own way. They probably didn't care about what a lowly Cupid was up to. So after some time had passed, the day of my departure had finally arrived. Okay, Mom, Dad, I'm leaving now. Cupid, take care. And never use the divine artifact in the world of human beings, okay? It's just like the same thing she was doing, except like now they agree with it. Wait, really? Or else you might have a harem, that would be weird. Yes, Lord Jupiter has told me to tell you. It will only lead to pointless confusions. You must not use your bow. Okay. I was really looking forward to matchmaking while I was in the human realm, so I was disappointed to hear that. It's just like, no, let's not do that. We know what happened with the Parasite harem ending, or like, all 5 guys are like actually fated for her. So she had to get with all of them. But even without my divine artifact, I was still Cupid, so I decided I just have to do my best without it. Take care, my little Eros. I was wearing one of the outfits Mom and Dad had gotten for me. I gave them a wave and prepared to leave. I looked around for Aunt Minerva to tell her goodbye. Wait, did she not come? Aunt Minerva had helped me pack, and I'd come up with the name that I would use when I got to the human realm. I really wanted to see her before I left so I could thank her, but her and Mom weren't on the best of terms, so she hadn't come. Oh well, I won't be gone that long anyway. What's 4 years to a god? From my first day of school to graduation would take about 4 years, sometimes longer. Some people are in school for a very long time. Although, in this economy, being in school for too long is like, this is bankruptcy at that point. And Lord Mercury had told me that 4 years in the human realm was like a blink of an eye for us gods. I can't wait to get down there. I cheerfully gazed into the Advent tree. Oh, there it is. Wow! So this is the entrance to the human realm. It was the only tree that had leaves, just like the ones in the human realm. I'd heard tales of it, but I've never seen it myself. I'm so excited, but I'm also kind of nervous, which I guess is to be expected. In my entire life, I'd never left Celestia. I turned around to take one last look at my home when I saw something white and fluffy pop up from behind Dad. Gee! Huh? The fluffy little thing hopped onto my shoulder. Dad, what is this adorable little thing? Where did you find him? Yes, what? Of course, Lord Jupiter told me to have a holy beast go with you. It's the first time I saw such a soft holy beast, but how useful can it be? I sometimes cannot understand Lord Jupiter. Gee! He's from Lord Jupiter? I think he got offended. Well, aren't you an energetic little divine beast? What's your name? Chi! Chi, huh? Well, I hope you'll be a reliable companion, Chi. Eros, we'll be watching you closely from Celestia. Yes, if you are in danger, I will promise that I will go to you with a swift holy horse. Come on, Dad. Gonna smite those foes. He likes to yell at me a lot, but in the end, he really does care about me. Felt nice knowing he would be there to rescue me if I needed him to. I'll be fine. I'm gonna be a great human. I promise. Okay, I'm off. Just sending their daughter to school. All right, honey, have fun. And she's in Los York. I guess the Advent tree can go there too. Oh, wow. Are you in the street, lady? The vivid colors of the world flooded into me. I was completely captivated. People, and more people. Vibrant shops and objects. A world of color totally unlike the drabness of Celestia. So this is the actual human realm. It's incredible. Gee! G and I looked at each other. He was clearly just as fascinated by the scenery of Los York as I was. All the anxiety I felt before I left had completely disappeared, replaced by a sense of overwhelming excitement. Starting today, I'll be living my life as Lynette Mir in this amazing city. And next week, I'll officially be a student at Los York University. Tea! I took Chi by the hand, and together we headed for the apartment that my dad had set up for me. That was how my experience studying the world of man began. A month had already passed since I first arrived. Somehow it felt like I'd been here forever, but the time had passed in a flash at the same time. The flow of time down here felt completely different from up in Celestia. I couldn't figure out how to put it into words. But one thing I did know was that my time so far had felt faster, longer, and more fulfilling than my time in Celestia. And I even found out about a program that will help me get a job while I'm studying. It's like fully into her human life. I learned about a system called an internship. If I was going to live in the human realm, I figured I may as well see what it was like to work at a company. But I couldn't decide what kind of job I should get. In fact, I didn't know what kind of jobs there were. That's a hard. It's really hard to like find and get a job. So many ways, and like a lot of times you start off at the bottom rung. It's really hard to survive. That was just one more thing I wanted to experience while I was in college. Although college would be a good time to like try to find a job. It's like a good place to network. Hey Chi, what kind of company do you think we should work for? Chi? When I asked that, he just tilted his head at me as if he had no idea. I stroked his back as I sat there thinking about my unknown future company. I just hope I can find something nice. I had no idea if I would ever be able to return to the human realm again. For the time being, I had the blessing of Lord Jupiter, so I wanted to have as much fun as I could while I was here. With that in mind, I tried to enjoy my college life as much as possible. Oh, is this bad boy? Bad boy music? Okay, next chapter. Cheese big secret. We'll do one more chapter. I'm not sure. These seem to be going pretty fast. No, it was just the first chapter that was really long. Okay. Minerva. She's in the diner. And so, Cupid has descended into the human realm. I did want her to go down there. I did want her to go down there myself, so that's fine. But having Mars and Jupiter keeping an eye on her is kind of annoying. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to move our timetable up a little bit. Just to confirm, you really don't want the bow and arrow. Oh, who's she plotting with? It's Alan. That's right. I just want Cupid herself. A bow and arrow is nothing but a threat to a demon like me. Okay, so they were plotting together. But it makes sense, like he wasn't interested in the bow, like he just wants Lynette. But yeah, we know why Minerva wants the bow and arrow. Then, Mr. Demon, let's work together and get Cupid to fall in love so she loses the right to wield Cupid's bow. Oh no, the plots. She's still plotting in this universe. 397. What's that? One day I was sitting in class paying close attention to the lecture, just like normal. Today we'll learn about love style typology, also known as the color wheel theory of love, which divides human love into 6 models. 6 models? Is that all the love types that we had to pick in like the common route? The 6 fundamental types of love are agape, pragma, ludus, eros, mania, and storge. There it is, the wheel. These 6 styles are distributed like this. The opposite types generally don't mesh well. They find it difficult to understand each other's views on love. That's why, like, all the bad endings that we had to get. Like, if we wanted the bad ending, one of the bad endings with, like, Ryuki, we had to go, like, the opposite way instead of doing arrows. So we had to, like, pick Pragma. I was wondering if I could have, like, picked a different, like, color on the color wheel, on the love wheel. But I guess I had to, like, pick the one diagonal from it. And maybe that's why I didn't have to, like... There was no, like, picking storage to, like, do a bad ending with Alan either, because, like, storage was just his own bad ending in the common route. Now then, I'll go into a bit more depth on each type. First, agape. This type devotes themselves to their partner no matter what. They prioritize the happiness of others over their own. Pragma, as you might guess, this type is very pragmatic. They value social status like economic power, career, and class position. Ludus, this type enjoys playful, casual connections. They prefer many shallow relationships over one serious partner. Next is the type that falls for physical beauty, Eros. Appearance matters to them, and love at first sight is very common. Then there's Mania, enthusiastic love. Their love burns like lava, and they tend to be pretty jealous by nature. Finally, there's Storge, congenial love. They see love as an extension of friendship and work best in a cooperative relationship. Love type typology, huh? That's a totally new concept to me. Hi, it's Claris. You're here in this world too. I am probably a Luna's type. That's gonna be pretty useful for finding someone that matches my type. Come on, Claris. You never take stuff like this seriously. That's Claris Tia. She let me borrow her pen one day during class when I forgot mine, and we've been good friends ever since. You probably stole your pen. Getting all buddy-buddy with Lynette, but I don't know, she was a good friend in the end. She also taught me all about the fashionable college student life, like popular fashion and makeup and nice restaurants in the city. She's super popular with guys, and it seems like every time I see her, she's got a new boy on her arm. I wonder what type I am. Chi? Chi tilted his head in confusion, and I did the same thing. I wonder if Chi has ever been in love. Well, he's a divine beast, so maybe not. I looked around at my other classmates as the lecture continued, like, who could I be compatible with? Normally, when I'm trying to match people together, I just follow my intuition as a god. Like, can't you see, like, the colors as, like, their love types just matches their colors? It was interesting to see how humans themselves had turned the entire concept into something more academic. Oh, the bell! Well, that's it for today's lecture. Don't forget to finish your reports before the next class. With today's class over, Professor O'Connor left the room. That was my last class for today, so I prepared to head to work. I got a part-time job at a local movie theater. Gil suggested I work there with him, and I thought that sounded nice. Your shift overlapped with mine today, right? Let's go together. Overlap? Are you just gonna wait for her? Or do you have the same shift? Okay, thanks, Gil. He always seemed to be looking after me like that. I guess he's worried that I might get lost in this strange new place. It's true that I did get lost on campus a lot on my way to class when I first got here. But he doesn't need to worry about me anymore. I feel like I'm pretty much used to living in Los York. Okay, Claris, I'm gonna get going. Okay. Gil sure is overprotective as always. He seems like an agape indeed. But when does she ever pay attention to his love? That Cupid sure is a tough enemy. And so after class, is this a sensitive parasite's perspective? Gee. Is this her private apartment? I like how it's just like the other apartment, but just like flipped. Oh, poof. Oh. Alright, cheese Jupiter.
Whew. I hate being stuck in that form.
After she left for work, I returned to my normal form from the one she knows as Chi, and then let out a massive sigh.
It's quite annoying just how limited my abilities are in that form. I can't even have a proper conversation with her. But this still is the best way to protect her from danger. So yes, I did not escape. I'm in that form not because I can quickly run away in dangerous occasions.
I get to finally see him in his unmasked form. I activated my danger detection power and looked around, but luckily there didn't seem to be any threats in the area. Still, someone has been targeting Cupid and myself lately. I decided it would be safer in the human realm, which is why I sent her down here and came along with her. Even gods age in the world of man. This is why gods almost never come down here. Of course, my plan will only work if whoever is looking for us is actually a god. So I created a gate on 7th Avenue in Los York to try to deceive our mystery enemy. Luckily, nobody's come looking for her yet, but I still need to keep my eyes open and my guard up.
I don't know anything about them yet. I took extra time to prepare and made a big fuss about the whole affair, but... Well, anyway, I'm glad Cupid was able to adapt so easily, though I shouldn't be surprised. I think we can make this work.
I thought back to the moment I decided to send her down to the human realm to study. It was only a few days before she actually made the journey. Juno will never return? Mars, the god of war, and Cupid's adopted father, looked stunned when I revealed the truth to him. But why?
I was only barely able to sense her before, and recently even that soul's presence has disappeared. I can't detect her divine artifact anywhere, but even if she really has disappeared, I'm sure she'll return sooner or later.
No way. She's disappeared completely? But there's no way someone more powerful than us deconsenti's exists.
It's hard for me to believe as well. It's possible that Juno simply decided to quit being a god. Either way, her position is now vacant, and marriage rates have started to drop because of it. We can't ignore this any longer. So I was thinking that perhaps Cupid would make for an acceptable successor.
What? The current Cupid?
Yes, she cares for the humans, and she's willing to question the nature of us gods. She has the makings of a fine deconsentese. If she can gain first-hand knowledge of love, marriage, and human life in general, she could easily take Juno's place. So I've decided that she should head down to the world of man and study them up close for a while.
Study? Humans? Are you serious?
Very. This would be the first time we've chosen another god for the deconsentese. Obviously, we have never even considered changing the deconsentese before. Except for... that. Anyway, we can't afford even a tiny misstep here, so I thought she should face a sort of trial by fire first. The goddess Juno rules over human marriage, so her replacement must understand that along with all types of love.
All types of love?
Correct. You may not know this, but human love can be divided into 6 types. Agape, pragma, ludus, eros, mania, and storge. If one wants to become Juno, they must experience and fully understand the concept behind each of them. But none of them can be found in Celestia, which means the only way she can learn is to go down to the human realm. Also, someone has been pursuing her recently, so this would also serve the purpose of hiding her away for now. To both prepare her to become the next Juno and keep her safe, the human realm currently is our best option. Naturally, I'll send a divine beast with her to keep an eye on things, so her safety would be guaranteed.
Oh, yes. But is she capable of becoming Juno? The thing is, she might be too free-spirited.
That's certainly true. But I think that's exactly what makes her a good fit to become Juno. Self-confident, isn't discouraged by what others say, a big heart that cares about the people around her. She's flexible, honest, and spirited in a very human way. That's the Juno we need for this current world. And I must thank you, Mars. You've raised quite a fine god.
Lord Jupiter! If so, Mars, shall make her study in the human world of beings. Gotta make it his idea.
You have my thanks. In the meantime, I must also break the seal protecting Lady Juno's position so that she can be replaced. I said that with such confidence, but...
I still haven't broken Lady Juno's seal. There's so much plot going on in this route. This is a whole other side story going on in the background. I had to seal her position at first because she disappeared along with her divine artifacts, meaning she couldn't be replaced. If I were to describe it using a world from the human realm, I suppose you could call it a glitch. I brought a tome from Celestia called the Divine Artifact Apocalypse, and scoured it again for clues, but nothing stood out.
It's been 15 years already since Lady Juno disappeared.
Juno, god of marriage. Humans believe she is the wife of the almighty Jupiter, but the fact is I've never laid a finger on her. As such, I've never known the details of her thoughts or actions. And gods are free-spirited by nature. It's not unusual for them to slip away from Celestia for 10 years or more. I've never minded when she decided to leave, but this is the first time I've lost track of her divine artifacts as well.
Completely losing track of a member of the Deconsentes. It's completely unheard of.
Born from Cronus and Rhea, the Deconsentes were the very first gods to exist. We've been watching over humans for much longer than the more modern gods born over the last 2,000 years. Is that a poke at Christianity? So for a Deconsentes god to completely disappear, along with their divine artifacts, should be impossible.
I hope Lady Juno isn't up to something.
Was her disappearance accidental or on purpose? There's no way to know right now. But whoever's responsible will face my wrath, this I swear. Normally, if a god disappears accidentally, their divine artifacts return to Celestia on their own. That way, we can appoint a replacement for them if need be. All gods besides the Deconsentes earn their roles this way. But Lady Juno just abandoned her post and disappeared, along with her divine artifacts. None of my search methods have found her. So now human marriage rates are falling apart. No matter how many people Cupid matches, without the god of marriage, they won't last.
That's why I thought Cupid could just become the next Juno herself, but...
I haven't been able to find a way to break the seal on Lady Juno's position. Since she took her divine artifacts, I have no way to appoint a replacement. Am I even doing the right thing here? Regardless, I must break the seal as soon as possible.
I should keep searching through the divine artifact apocalypse before Cupid gets back.
Gee! Up in the attic, a mouse suddenly popped out of me and startled me back to my chi form. Oh, is that what the squeaking was? Chi! 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 I hate mice. That's why I hate this damnable city. Too many mice, too many cats and dogs and other vermin. Why is there a dog and a cat in the house? Chee! Oh, okay. Oh no. I guess that's why he's like the sensitive parasite. All right. Kind of weird to think that Chi is Jupiter and has been like hanging out with us this entire time in the other routes, and we've been using him as a massager the whole time. All right, Lynette's back home. I guess is her place gonna be a wreck? I'm home. When I got home, I found my place a complete mess. What happened? Have I been robbed? Dad had gone out of his way to get this house for me. I live here by myself, and Lord Jupiter said he set up an extra barrier to protect me from any possible danger, but not a mouse. I heard a rustling noise in the corner of my room. Oh no, should I call the police? Oh, but what if it was someone from Celestia? I grabbed a nearby baseball bat and nervously approached the back of the room. You have a baseball bat? Where I saw a fluffy tail sticking out of a bag. Chi? Chi! No, how? He shot out of the bag, smacked his head on my dresser, and fell over. He's like my cat. Chi, are you okay? I picked him up and hugged him. He was trembling in my arms. Chi! 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 Chi seemed like he was trying to tell me something. But I obviously had no way to know what it might have been. I wonder if something scared him and caused him to rampage around my room. I decided Chi was probably responsible for the mess I'd come home to. She has always been a bit of a scaredy cat. I couldn't help but wish that if Lord Jupiter was going to send a divine beast with me, he could have picked a more reliable one. Big old poke with him. I guess, yeah, I like... I don't know why he's supposed to be like the god of all gods. Why is he so sensitive? Oh well, no big deal. I think I'm gonna take a bath. Oh, she's gonna get naked. You want to join me, Chi? Chi? Chi suddenly shot me in a surprised look, and I noticed he somehow gotten ketchup on his face. Ketchup? Taking a closer look at him, I noticed he was actually pretty filthy. Uh-oh, we're gonna give him a bath. We're gonna just dunk him in the bath with us. Oh no, it's like... it's like technically... Cupid's boss. They're king, they're god. Wait, I haven't given him a single bath since we got to Los York. I'd assumed that since he was a divine beast, he couldn't actually get dirty, but it looked like a bath was definitely in order. Alright, Chi, it's bath time for the both of us. Chi? Chi! Chi! Chi started shaking his head vigorously back and forth. Apparently he wasn't a fan of baths. Sorry, Chi, I can't let something so filthy sleep in my bed, you know. It's okay, there's no reason to be afraid of a little hot water. I'll be right there with you. Chi! I guess that was his way of saying no, but I just grabbed him and dragged him towards the bath. Can he not struggle any harder? His one weakness. I filled the tub with steamy hot water and added a little bubble bath. I climbed in with Chi in my arms and started soaking. Oh, it's the start of a romance. It's like My Secret Pet's all over again. Her pet is actually a person. And they start dating. Woo, so warm. Chi. Oh, he's crying. Poor Chi's being violated. Chi, why are you covering your eyes? Oh no, the naked form. Chi. You're so weird. Oh, maybe you don't want the bubbles to get in your eyes. Okay, just hold on, I'll scrub you down myself. Chi! As I grabbed a sponge and got to work, he started thrashing his legs wildly. Eventually, he started to calm down, just succumb, just give in. Chi! He sighed and had a dreamy look in his eyes. I got the impression that he was starting to enjoy bath time. I didn't realize he would enjoy baths so much. I should have brought him in with me earlier. I stroked his forehead and carefully scrubbed every inch of his body. Oh my. This is technically Jupiter we're doing this with. But as I started to wash myself, he suddenly fled from the room, still sopping wet. He's like, nope, can't see naked lady. Run. The boobies scare him. Boobies can be scary. Hey, Chi, you need to dry off when you get out of the bath. After I got out and dried myself off, I went and found Chi and wrapped him up in a towel. Chi! Stop complaining! I ignored his temper tantrum and dried him off thoroughly. As I rubbed down his horns, I got a slight shock. Huh? Apparently his horns held some kind of electric charge. He has lightning powers. I waved my hand between his horns and felt the shock again. Does he have some kind of weak current running through his body? It felt a little like the device they used at the beauty salon my friend took me to when I showed her how stiff my shoulders were. And that's how Lynette discovered the chi massager. If I used him on my shoulders, that might feel nice. Oh, this is awkward. Chi? She gave me a confused look, unsure of what I was thinking. Lynette's thinking bad thoughts. Run, Chi, run! Without warning, I grabbed him. Oh no! Wriggle, struggle. Aw, poor Chi, he's so cute. Also, Lynette, that face you're making. As he tried to escape in vain, I applied the current of his to my shoulders. Chi! Ah, it feels even better than I could have hoped for. The electric current put out by his horns felt just as nice as that massage device. My body has been so stiff since arriving in the human realm. I've been hoping to get another massage at some point. Chi! He desperately tried to get away, but his arms and legs are so short, and his struggling couldn't do anything. That's a terror. Couldn't he just like poof back into Jupiter and be like, hey, stop that. Stop that right now, woman. Sorry, Chi. But the least you can do is lend me a little electricity after you messed up the house like that. Chi. He suddenly went limp as if acknowledging that I was right. We still couldn't have a proper back and forth conversation, but it seems like he could understand me at least. Thanks, Chi. And just like that, I invented the chi massager. But then, a few days later, I guess I used him a little too much because he retreated into my closet and has refused to come out ever since. Oh, that's cute. Alright, next chapter. The secret cupcake incident. What? Alright, things are getting weird. But also kind of funny. This is weird. It's like a weird like dissonance between like the cute Chi and like the god Jupiter, who's like, we've seen him before, like fighting Raoul, like freaking smiting Alan with his thunderbolts, and now he's just like, no, I'm a little fluffy creature. Helpless little fluffy fluff ball. I'm wondering. This is funny. So I'm into it. I'm very eager to see what the next chapter holds, but we've been going for an hour, so we should probably stop. Let's save. I'll make a new page for this. We should have enough save files for all of it. Alright, Jupiter at the secret cupcake incident. Well, I hope you guys are having a fun time with this. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.